Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to show you how to descale this Farberware dual brew coffee maker. It's got a carafe on one side and a K-cup brewer single serve on the other side. So is your coffee not as hot as it used to be? Does your coffee taste bad? Is your coffee maker taking a long time to brew coffee, and is it really loud? These are all signs that it could be time to descale your coffee maker. Now today I'm going to be using distilled white vinegar. You can use just regular white vinegar. I bought this jug for $1.75 at Walmart, 64 fluid ounces. So the first part of the video, I'm going to do the carafe. The second part, I'm going to do the single serve side. Now the single serve side does have a descaling mode we're going to put it in. Now this machine does not have a descale light, but you should descale this about every 3 to 6 months. So I'm going to show you how a coffee maker works. That way you might understand why we need to descale. Here I've got a Cuisinart and I've got it cut open. This is where you put the water. The water goes down here. On the bottom side of the coffee maker, here's where the water is heated. So it comes in here, it's heated here, and then it's shot back up this tube to go over the coffee. Now, the reason we descale is I've cut this open. This heating element is a tube, it's an aluminum tube, and minerals can cause calcium buildup inside here, and it can cause it to not heat the coffee. It can also restrict the flow. So it's a good idea to run vinegar through your coffee maker. What that does is it cleans the inside of there. And we're also going to we're going to stop on the coffee maker side, we're going to stop the process and let it soak in here. So for this, we're going to need the carafe installed with its lid, and we're going to need the filter basket installed. But we don't want any filter or coffee, so just put the filter basket in. So we're going to use pure vinegar. I'm going to pour pure vinegar in up to the 4-cup mark, and then we're going to fill the rest with water. Okay, right there. I've got it filled up to the 4 mark. That's my pure vinegar. Now I'm going to fill the rest with pure water. So I've got it filled up to the 12 mark with water now. That gives us a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 parts water, 1 part vinegar. Now you're going to close the lid, and then you're simply going to turn the machine on and hit the brew button. You want to brew that water and vinegar through the machine. Now, when it gets down to this 4-cup mark, we're going to stop the machine. We're going to hit the power button. We're going to stop the brew process with a little bit of water and vinegar back here and in here, and then we're going to let it soak for 15 to 30 minutes. So as this is brewing, that's going to be really hot, so be careful. This is going to take you start to finish about 45 minutes to an hour. You are going to need a little bit of ventilation. When the vinegar is brewing through a coffee maker, it does stink a little bit. Again, just kind of keep a close eye on it. It's going to take about 10 minutes, about 8 minutes to get to the 8-cup mark and about the 4-cup mark on here. Okay, so we're almost to the 8-cup mark and we're almost to the 4-cup mark. Just come up here and press the power button. That's going to stop the brew process. Okay. So here's where the process, we want to let it soak. What it is, it's going to be soaking inside that heating element on the bottom side of this warming plate by turning it off. So it's been about 15 minutes. Now I'm going to turn the coffee maker, if it turned off, turn it back on and just hit the brew button again. This is going to pick up where it left off. So now it's going to finish brewing the rest of that water and vinegar through the coffee maker. Once this is done, we're going to throw out that water and vinegar that's in here and rinse that out with some soap and water. Okay, so it finished brewing the rest of the water and vinegar through. This machine really doesn't let you know that it's done brewing, other than you just kind of stop hearing the water come out and it kind of stops popping and steam. So once the brewer is stopped, just come up here and hit the power button. We're going to turn it off. And then we're going to go dump this out. Again, be very careful, that's very hot. So after you dump that out, rinse this out with soap and water, then fill this up with just fresh water. It's also a good idea to rinse out your filter basket. Again, it can be hot. Rinse this out with soap and water and then put it back. Okay, so now we got to do some fresh water rinses. I filled the water reservoir back here with just fresh water. We're done using the vinegar. Again, make sure there's no coffee here. Put this back, your carafe's in, press the power button, and hit the brew button. Now we're going to brew that fresh water through the coffee maker. We need to do this 2 times. You can do it 3 times, but 2 times usually gets all the taste and the smell of the vinegar out of the coffee maker. Again, each time discard the water, and then you'll be ready to brew your cup of coffee. Okay, so I finished with the coffee pot side. Now we're going to do the K-cup side. We're going to open this up. We're going to put the K-cup holder in, but we're not going to put a K-cup in. So just close this. This will remain closed for the duration. You're going to have yourself a container that holds at least 14 ounces of liquid. So again, they want the same ratio on this side. They want you to put in a total of 14 ounces, but they want 8 ounces of water and 4 ounces of vinegar. So it's a little easier to fill it up to the 8 ounces with water first. Okay, I've got the 8 ounces in. Then finish filling it up with vinegar up to the 14 ounce. Okay, got it filled up to the 14 ounce with vinegar now. Okay, so make sure you got your container. Now we're gonna press both the ground capsule and the ground button at the same time to put it in descaling mode. So make sure your coffee maker is on. Okay, so I pressed them, they both lit up. So it says it's gonna run for 5 cleaning cycles. So I'm starting to get some water come out. It's gonna be that water and vinegar. Okay, so it's gonna run for a little bit and stop. Even though we got some more liquid in there, it's gonna run for a little bit and stop. It says it's gonna do that 5 times. Okay, so it doesn't wait very long in between. It probably waited 30 seconds. Now it's running again. And it's stopping again. Kind of curious. It doesn't sound like it's not really heating that up. Okay, it's running some more. We're getting pretty close to our 14 ounces. So the last one, the pump kind of cavitates. It's running it dry, so. All right, now it's done. So it's doing another one, because these both lights are still lit. It's doing another one where it sounds like there's no water coming out, but the pump's running. At the end of that last one, both those lights went out. Now we got to do some freshwater rinses. So I like to open this up. I'm going to give this a rinse of just some water and soap because it'll have some kind of vinegar taste in it. And then I'm going to put it back. Now I need to do 3 freshwater rinses. Again, K-cup holder, but no K-cup. Fill the water reservoir up to the 14 ounce mark each time. Okay, I've got my water in. Turn it on. Now these are going to be just regular brews. So the water is going to come out really hot, whereas when we did the 2 buttons together, it didn't come out hot. But these are called freshwater rinses. We need to do at least 3 14-ounce freshwater rinses. You can do more if you still got some taste in there, but we want to make sure and get all that taste out. So here comes the freshwater rinse. Again, that will be hot, so be careful. Each freshwater rinse takes about 3 minutes to run, so definitely do at least 3 freshwater rinses. Thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe.